actually. And we will allow our team to the Philippines already up by 4. Watch this sequence as you enjoy going into the start. Kaya ako, nabuhayan ang ating mga kababayan na ninervyos talaga dahil kung umpisa dahil lumalama ang Indonesia. The great thing, Dr. J, is that the big man of Indonesia has been taken out of the game since the second quarter.
Well, we have a smaller guy defending this. We're not using a 6'8 or 6'9 to in era to defend against him. We're using a Malonzo, it's about 6'5 close to 6'6. But more agile. Not as strong as the guy, probably. Kasi hindi naman nagpapakita ng power yan, you know. So, ang nangyayari,
quickness pa.
so, half front, takbo ka, fronting ka, punta. Then you have help from the weak side or from the other guy.
Hurting me,
Me and also, if you watch the game and you watch, for example, Denver between they use Caruso against Nikola Jokic. So that really bothered him a lot because you have a smaller guy that's always in front of him.
Right, lost in the pitch.
Good.
Not one for Tantara. Philippines with a chance to increase its current lead of 4. Here's Sparks with a spark gloves for the Philippines. Into the box we go, shot clock coming down to 10. Wallet, crossover, Wallet, she's daylight, and a good fit! Yeah! Oh!
Ganda ng teamwork ng dalawang veterano na si Kodik at saka si Era.
7 points by Boy. 6-point lead. So Indonesia scoring just 1 point.
Another sayang nasa YouTube.
Forced shot.
24-second shot violation. Look how disciplined Era was. He had an opportunity to try to get for a steal. But the minute you natapit niya, takbo ulit siya sa baba and he covered the big man because those were probably the instructions. We don't want to get layups.
I correct myself, Dr. J. Indonesia has not yet scored in the quarter.
Kaya nga na-open ka mag-timeout ng mga ano.
Volley, 3, no, Yanden, hooks the rebound.
We give him that. We give Bonnie that. He had to feel it. He had to feel it and he was open. He knew he can get that shot anytime he wants against this team.
Here's Javiero. Turn around. It will trickle in and he has 20 points.
Yan, importante again, you know, whenever you have momentum, keep it. You put the team away. You know, those are the things that guys like Tim and of course Coach Schott, who have been national team coaches, they know how to tell the players, you have to put the other team away when you have the momentum. You cannot let them come back into the game. Oh, look at that, they're stronger than that, huh? We can hear the international sound there. It's like if somebody was mic'd up.
Matthew Wright puts inside, hesitates. Ball is right. Nice play. Goes all the way.
For the 2 points. He got that guy jumping up and down with a fake.
Biggest lead of the Philippines at 6, 42-36.
Look at Malonzo. Up front, then go behind. Again, good jumper. You know, yun ang importante. He's a great leader eh. So, you know, naisip ng coaching staff yan. We need somebody else on him.
Let's bother him.
Yeah, we're not gonna body him. You know, he's bigger than us.
To be really rough about it,
There's nobody bigger than him on our team, you know.
might as well.
Kung nandiyan si Junmar, okay lang yan, di ba?
Here's Piate trying to create.
We have to remember his left, so he's going back to the left and then the layup, no?
He has 5 points in the match. Lead is down to 4. It's been a battle for Gilas is down by as much as 12.
Oh, that's a foul.
Nobody calling that one. Right inside the bars. Too strong. Almost like a gimme. Here comes Yate. Wants to go all the way. No.
That's a foul. Sayang yung kay Aaron, kaya niyang abangan sa area. He's a good shot blocker, but he reached in. So he committed the foul. Now we have to stop this guy. He just scored, remember, on a layup previous to this. Now he's charging again.
Feels he can take on anybody when he's explosive like this. Two free throws coming up. Matthew Wright has just been brought down. Giannis scores the first. He has 6. Three-point affair.
Remember, this guy had 31 yesterday against Vietnam.
Let's get the free throws. He has 7 points.
The lead has been cut down to 2. It was really time to get 30 back into the game. Another steal.
Lazy pass. Oh, that's a close one. Job by ready to make up for the pass.
And look how Sportsmanlike ito si Malonzo.
Yeah.
Tinanggap naman yung which is a good thing. No?
Huli ka.
Perfect. At saka yung referee, you could see, ang bilis nila, mga bata rin yung referee. Walang stomach yan, all trained.
Wala. Bawal sa tibay. Inside. Sabiero. Yate. Lost it. Sabiero looking for the ball. Shot clock. Lots of time. Forces it up. No.
Outside siya. Hindi na. Nasa outside siya.
Medyo nagkakanya-kanya na yung Indonesian talaga.
At siyempre, yun ang mga scorers eh. Nakikita mong dalawa. Teka mo na, hindi na score itong kampi natin. Baka maiwanan tayo dito.
Biglang nagiging solo-solo na yun compared to the first half.
I think that because the coaching staff were able to look at them for about a quarter and a half, more or less, alam mo na yung mga patterns sila. And when we took away the big man always being the recipient of the first pass, it changed the game. They had to do a lot more movement. And then, mag-ayos kayo ng uniform niya.
Oo.
Tuck in.
Tuck in.
Yeah, tuck in.
Balik. Balik with 9 points thus far. Malonzo with 10 is the lead scorer for Gilas here. Ravena pops out. Ravena has 8 points. Ravena posting up all the way.
Awan was able to make a shot because he never gave up on the fast break and scores on the other end.
Ravena with 10. Same number as Malonzo. Nice spin. But no connection. Here we go. Beats a 4-on-2. Ravena down the middle goes in.
Pangatong foul ng una yan pag yung tinawagan.
He's holding on to his left-right knee now.
Wide open! Ano yan? Yung pinatawag natin, yung knee tumama dun sa
Parang dito niya.
Ito, there's the knee at the back of his
Yung malaking tao ba? Si Sefiero. Yun, natagalan ng konti.
buti, hindi nga siya pumaksak ng ganun.
Pero
Matibay
pumatay siya.
yan.
Sobra.
Ay, nga muna, relax mo.
May review yan.
Again, there will be a review. Was that an there is a push?
Sa akin na patit.
Yung pati kalating sinasaya yun. Pero yung pangatang mga yung tinawag yung tingin. Yung look at the left hand, ha?
Oh, yun. Hindi na.
Yung una bali wala, pero may push pa pagkatapos.
Hindi ba yung ginamit ka kanina pang hataw? Oo. Ito, 4-5.
Ito, wala yan. Tapos yung extra push.
Official review ito, no? Hindi TV review ito. So yung tinitingnan ng ating dalawang referee sa kanan ninyo po.
That's usually the case because they leave one referee on for to make sure that everything is under control with the player. Hindi mo alam kasi minsan ganyan mga hostile action. Eh, baka magka-take ko na ng player, hindi mo maawat yan. Wala kang official na dyan.
Alala ko isang ano ba yung World of Game yata yun, World Qualifier, Philippines Liga, si Terry rin ang involved doon. Player talaga na tinitin ang tumupon ang eto pa, i-review ulit.
Wala na naman talaga siya papapasahan eh. Dahil siguro yung pagkatasahan ko hindi palihat eh.
Mataas na siya eh.
Hindi, at saka hindi 3-2 yan. Kasi yung isa pumunta sa kanto eh. Pumunta sa 3-point territory. Let's see. Now, if you see a signal, magiging a sportsmanlike foul yan.
Hindi, isang kamay lang ito.
Okay, so it's just free throw shots. And actually, well, it's good for both teams eh, kasi yung break na ganda papayarin eh. Dagdag rin ang pera. I told you, there was 6 or 7 guys get Gilas.
Here's the first.
First catch from the free throw line.
Wala na pong ginagamit ng Indonesia. Makalawa. Sinigurado.
Gumawa ng tulong sa Diyos. Makita ko nag-second at Russia.
Ravenna is now the leading scorer with 11. Cross.
No need. You cannot allow a foul like that. You're too important a player. It's just good fighting on the street.
That's the first foul of Ravenna. Alonso, sinasabi ko kay Alonso, libre, no rebound marks.
Kahit hindi tayo malalaki, we have good rebounders, you know. But he rebounds about 6'4", so he can really get up there too.
Ravenna, Alonso, this is our best offensive piece in the world.
Yeah, we're talking about Alonso, Bobby Ray, and Hashim 30.
Wants to go, forced in, Alonso fighting, yanks it away. Possession out.
Sa kanila eh, because we had the possession out earlier. But it was a good fight to get the board back, to force the jump ball. Nagaanap na foul yung kanilang coach, but really can see this all ball. Pero sa kanila possession araw eh.
45-40, knockout game, knockout
Panopio.
semis.
Panopios come into the place calling, hoping he can give us some good minutes. The game previous to this, he ran the plays very well for the team. Of course, hindi ganun kalakas ang kalaban natin. So I hope we get some confidence in this game.
Here's Diante. Piazza.
Yun. May foul ba ito? Parang may tumawag yung referee sa
Ilalim.
hindi, yung sa iba pa tumawag. Ayan.
Si Julian.
Kaya nag-uusap kayo yung dalawa. Kaya meron foul.
Talaga. Si Julian Chalais. Ang titira, yung may pagdaw. Baka si
Si Manzano may tinawagan ng foul, number 10. And by the way, si Trotter ba yung pumasok? O si Trotter yata yung
Samantang, ito si Julian Chalais. Wala pang puntos.
parang si Alonso pa rin doon. Trotter
Wala pa, wala pa.
by the way, Machu Red has come back. Di ba? Number 7.
Number 7.
Pinalitan si Bobby Ray March yata. Si Turkey bukas ang papalitan niya. Kaya na wala ka naman. Huwag ka lang mag-foul.
45-41. Upward shot. Follow up. No.
Unfortunately, magsano wala talaga experience eh. Pumipig pa eh. Tapos he couldn't finish underneath the basket. He was doing the right thing, but that really hurt us about the game.
Parang yung batang Justin Arana, di ba? But he's fighting. Batman! The Philippines will get the ball.
Kasi yung laro ni Terry, no? Patay na ito si Panopia. Patay ko patay na eh.
Mismo, mag-markyon mo din mismo ay. Ito, laban! Laban!
May kasama pang konting tulak na nakalusot.
Siyempre. Ito, Ravenas. Libre sa tuktok ng Kiel. Matthew Wright. Ayun ang Shaka. Yes!
Yung ating small forwards ang nagtatrabaho ng maganda today. Number one scorer siya for our team right now.
13 points. Magandang press. Yaksa. Sumalaksak. Walang bola sa Sabieno. Fake. Fire. Got it. That'll work that time from Granita with his second basket.
Napaganda tuloy yan. Pero very good defense on our part, on the team.
Sequel de las
That was a dangerous pass. Nasundo siya, goodbye tayo.
Ravenna free in the box. That's not portion. Right. Goes the other way. Another. Yes.
Tumama rin siya his first 2 points, and those 2 ladies with great outfits there. Nice skirt.
Philippines with its biggest lead, 50-43. Libre, top of the key, 3. Yes, sir. That's his third rainbow. He has 9 points.
He's really good. I saw them yesterday. I said, this good team.
Indonesia already beating the Philippines once for the time of the SEA Games. That will not work. Alonso Batman inside. Can't get to the inside. Vienna clears. Manzano rather.
1 minute and 10 seconds left before the end of the third quarter. You should have done by 4. Then let's think about defense. Forget about the offense for a while. A good steal.
You were saying nothing.
Defense.
Here's Ramirez. Throws it down. Side snap. And score!
Nakita silang dalawa ni Maronzo.
Both with 13 points.
Pareho. Big 26 points for the 2 guys that can play the 3s. No? 3 and 4 ang pool si Maronzo.
No, and nobody from Indonesia for that rebound.
There's no more 2 for 1, so let's use the clock. Give them only 5-6 seconds left matira. But, this is when you use your head. Don't force the play quickly.
You don't need to rush it.
Yeah.
But Matthew has other ideas. She's ready at the glass.
Manzano, Cedric Manzano. After all those getting that offensive rebound and this, now I think we have a positive here.
And the ball is taken away. Gilas rising to the occasion. Nagpakita ng tibay at tatang. Yan po ang t-shirt ng the afternoon. Dr. J. Bilang bukas ng onshot ng Gilas. 8 and 10. Good defense. Diable. Block by Era. Depende yun. 12 seconds on the shot. Nakahanap siya ng foul. Yutos of the player tries to drag everybody inside as the guard of Indonesia makes the inbound.
That's shooting foul upon. That's a good foul.
Second foul.
We have to be worried that we don't get into penalty also. We're defending well, but we shouldn't be giving a fouls like that. Katulad yan, away from play yan. Papunta pa lang yan out and try to get a return pass.
Gilas.
Just stay in front of him.
Lead that. Let's get nothing but threes in this pocket of the crowd.
Foul na naman si Era. Kaya galit sila. You show hard, but not foul in the end. And now you are at the third team foul already.
Ilang taon na rin yung pinagagalitin.
You show, but magpahahabulin pa, di ba?
Ayun, nag-apologize na agad.
Muntik pa nga siya nasaktan. Eh, wala na nga ako magagamit eh. Ikaw lang. Malaki ng malaki.
Si Poy kasi no, may sa ugali. Gusto niya makapangit. Sige makabawi na. Kuminsan, nasasala yung ganun. Kuminsan, nakapasok measure. On the other side, Indonesia forces the shot. No, and the rebound. Ayan na.
Sabi niya, bawi.
Bawi.
Ako dumipensa, ako na rin ang nag-rebound. Set the screen.
Ball it. Parks.
Biglang pupunta mo sa first quarter, 5 in the second quarter. Biglang nagtitira na dito sa third and fourth.
10 points by Parks. The lead is 9. Gilas tries to hand off to Sapatera.
They show hard. Yung ako. Kickball. May fall ba na ako?
Bilang ano? Ano si Holly?
Parang lahat na nagulat ko na. Saan galing yun?
Norman telling Holly,
Tingnan natin kung siya. Siya natulak eh.
siya yung binagda.
Yeah, I wonder.
Gilas is wondering also.
Tsaka nasa penalty na yan
Yes.
tayo.
Yes. Because non-shooting situation eh. Kasi sunod-sunod yung foul natin kanina eh, di ba?
At saka wala na tayong silang scoreboard na makikita natin. Yeah, that's true. Matagal na tayo nag-cover. The Philippines is actually one of the best. Ganyan, yung mga stats nila.
Latag yan.
And you can understand because many times in the past, puro Pilipino kinukuha ka ng ibang countries to do the job for them. Alam mo yan.
Our Sportsmanlike group was
Hindi,
also
hindi penalty yung pare technical foul yata. Isa lang free throw.
Anyway, yung isang free throw ni Sapatera, ito si Sapatera nasa labas, sasasak niya, running shot, malakas ang kumaksak, kami ni Parks, tama niya, nasaktan ni Parks.
That's what our sportsmanlike foul na tinawag. Parang nabigyan sa sensitive area. Hindi remember that bowling kumaangal pag nakakashoot siya. Sabi ko, pag hindi siya mag-ingat, bibigyan siya ng technical na referee.
It's ginagawa ni Berto yan eh, di ba?
Ito ito nangyari kay Bobby Ray. Ball is bouncing.
Yung positionalis.
Sumunod. So, ang nasunod niya, medyo masakit.
Si Julian Sanaris, ito,
And that was gonna mean free throw.
Yeah.
Pinare-review ngayon ng
coach ng Indonesia.
challenge pa siya.
Sabi niya, di mo tumira. Ayun, parang gano'n na sa inyo siya. Pero nasaktan. Flagrante. At sportsmanlike eh.
Ibigay ka na ng isang referee. Pero yun, pinare-review niya.
Sabi, na-miss ko bigla yung dati niya. He would have been so proud to watch his son in the meantime. Well, si Norman ang bahala maging dating NBA player.
Pinarap na yan. They were the best friends among the youth. I know, Bobby did some, harder times and Norman was always there for him. I know that as a fan. Isundot naman yun, pero parang hindi naman sinasadya yun. Pero talagang natamaan mo, so it's not what your intentions are, but what happened.
Tumaas yung bola eh, di ba? O bumaba eh.
Where he hit it? Where he hit it?
Yeah.
Alanganin ka naman rumichiin ng ganun.
You say boxing term below the belt.
Oo. Minus one yun. Dami yun.
Oo.
Basta maayos yung referee deduction.
Yun naman ang nagiging problema natin sa Thailand na
Wawawatin na ating mga boxers. Sila na ang pumasok.
dalawang bilang mo. Alam mo, isang araw, ginawa ni Mr. Vargas, dinalagay itong buong basketball team, manood ng mga boksingero para mag-alay ng support na. So,
Kaya nakita mo yung mga Pilipino pa, Ano ba gusto niyo makikita?
Alam mo kasi, sa replay, you will not be able to determine motive. Diba?
Exactly. And I have good intentions, but
Yes,
something like, take 2 plus possession.
yung FIBA like president may tapas at may look eh. Pare-parehong barbero nga yan, sabi ko nga kay Bukas ko. Naminsan, nakamang free throw. Washington.
So, kung ano man yung sakit, nawala na rin yun.
Basketball band, isa mabilis yung recovery. Lalo na kung nasa kondisyon.
With the team, good. Malaro shooting, missing only one. And Pilipinas siya, meron tayong mga sweeps na kaibigan natin. I think it's also like a Buddhist country. Marami rin religion there. Ano ba? Ang Indonesia talaga Muslim
Predominantly.
the biggest Muslim country in the world. 200 million people.
I have cousins who are missionaries there in Thailand. In the meantime, Alonso tried to...
No!
Oh, yes, sir! Oh, what a play!
Combination ni Terry at saka ni Malonzo really killed them. Biggest lead of the ball game para sa Pilipinas.
Yes, sir. Ravenna with 15. That shot will not work. All over the ball.
And dahil siya, muntik na naman siya nakapati doon.
Ang chill maglaro ng Panop yun. Cool lang.
Well,
Matapat, playing with the big guys,
at
right?
saka maganda yan, pag lamang ka talagang less ang pressure mo no matter what.
Bars.
And okay. Foul pa siya. Hey, pero 24 seconds shot lang ang ginawa.
Hindi na inabot yung good effort nonetheless. 14-point lead. Completely reversing the game. Philippines was down by as much as 12.
12 shots.
Yeah.
Parang, mismatch yata ito.
The biggest thing they've done defensively is they got Derek Xavier from the game who had 17 points in the first half and only 3 more here in the second half. Let's get hot steals. Shalais won't work. Philippine ball.
Pati yung ginawa ng Pilipinas dyan, nahilo sila. It's also the inexperience of this guy. Because good, there's no question about it, the number 1 na yan. Ang problema, hindi naka-adjust when they use a smaller name and then a lot of help defense.
Alonso does not force it. Ronaldo says, give me a screen, give me a pick. Alonso top of the game, Marcus at 3. No. And then thinking of going downstairs. Bishop, last bonus, yes!
Look at all the Filipino players on the bench cheering their teammates. Yan ang teamwork na pinakikita nila.
Time out at Indonesia. kababayan ko, yan nandyan sila lahat ngayon. Nag-iiba kasama nyo. At tayo, we've reversed this game, but still not out of the woods.
Well, sa ating mga kamag-anak nyo dito, nakikita kayo. And knowing that you are safe, and that you're happy, you're enjoying the game, you're enjoying life. The timeout was called there, so down to 5 minutes lang ang tayo, protect the lead ito, but play aggressive.
Bibiro itong Indonesian Treno.
You don't want to get them started. That's great defense. That's helping out without fouling. Because
Ganda ng switch ni Manzano eh.
yeah, Masano's really coming to be the second big man for us after era. Panther has only used very minimal minutes, although we can obviously use a lot. We thank Giuseppe for letting us this move with it.
Drive to the basket. No basket.
24 second shot. Yeah.
That will not work for Ragazzi Guantara, who has 9 points, all on 3-pointers.
Ito madami rin ito sayang kasi remember meron silang Indonesia na Brandon. Magaling na rin. Parang nasa state big guy, about 6'5", blue body. Hindi nakabanda, hindi siya maliw. And of course, marami na red flag dyan.
Well,
Look away pass.
Gante, now with 11 points. Alonso swings left, goes right, it's swatted. And here comes Indonesia with their second lead. 4 on 2, 4 on 3, corner 3. No!
Good rebound. Make up for what you lost.
Philippines dodging the bullet there.
Put a 5-0 run. Delikado yun. We're giving them some fuel for a good momentum. Matagal pa ito. 4 minutes pa ito.
Ravenna with 7 seconds on the shot clock. 30, spinning, and scoring.
Isolation play. Binigay mo sa Pilipinas. Number 1 game ng Pilipinas. Isolate. 1-on-1.
17 points.
Ay, laro ni Bingayan, tsaka si Alonso.
Alonso with 13.
Good tap there, but the foul was called. And I think that's a good call. You tap from behind, medyo yung kamay ang tinamaan. Bagay Parks calling the team together. Relax, boys. It's not over. That's leadership there. But yeah, that's so appropriate for sure. There is a foul. Kasi may hawakan yung kanang kamay.
And that's it. Guantara. Some free throw. Yes, 75. You're just joining us. This was not the way the ball game was going in favor of Gilas in the first half. Guantara and Diagne are the two second leading scorers for Indonesia with 11 each.
Philippines ang nag-time out.
Yes, Norman Black wants to talk to Gilas. Team is down by 14, but by looking at them, you never think they were down by 14, enjoying themselves in this game. If Indonesia does not make it today, they'll be in the battle for the bronze medal.
They'll go up against the loser of the game later tonight between Thailand and Malaysia.
Ano ba sa laro?
Come on, Thailand. Pero, Malaysia,
Pinag-uusapan yun yung history ng relationship.
Usually the only two competitor ng Philippines in the beginning of the last week na more often than Indonesia. Pero yung nawala nila. But they did into championship. So after the Philippines, they're going in a Southeast Asia country.
Also considering shots on the
Kanina may medyo
just offline and attacks. Use of clock here.
Imagine they make that kind of a shot. At the same time, it gives you opportunities for offensive ball.
Balonso.
Sure. Look down.
Big drive to the pass. That could have been trouble.
Who's that from?
Big drive on the mark. Rioja versus points.
2 minutes and 50 seconds pa yan. Kasi na lang ang laman natin. You know, it's nice to use the clock, but you also have to be aggressive. With good shot selection, hindi mo titira ka ng 35 feet out.
Gamit ng oras, pero gamit din.
Tough place. Papasok, paloob. Ito lang dyan, ayaw niya. Pero, alam ko tumawag.
Dosen naman.
Pero may something.
Babalik si Ravena in the short time.
Gulat nga ako, lumabas ko.
Again, steal. Yante.
Blocking foul na naman yan. Take 2 na naman yan. It's a good free throw shooter. You don't want to send him to the free throw line.
Let's go to the lane. Ravena will be back here.
He can get to the basket in a very strong manner. You have only Ravena and Ray Park. So, importante nasa loob siya because you want to be able to get to the free throw line if you don't make a shot.
There's the admin. 12 points.
Siya ng paposo. Suppose, kaya lang magkakalan.
Yeah, 13.
No more turnovers dito.
March. Looking at Ravena. Escapes. Bounce inside. Era nearly lost that shot back and forth. That's volley. No. Oh, look at that. Oh, that.
Hindi pa tinira ni Goli. Pero Putin, we're coming back on defense.
Press.
No, we need a timeout.
Jackson knocking in his first three-pointer. His first set of points in the game. The lead is down to 7.
It's a real battle right now. Matagal pa ito. Nagkatufoul pero wala yata sa penalty ang Indonesia.
Yokta with that foul. You're right. It's second team foul.
17 foul pa lamang, dalawa ba rin. You can see the Indonesia team is beginning to cheer, no? Yung kanilang an offensive foul pa, tinawag na referee.
Get a bit.
Wow. All of a sudden, we're collapsing here. You're gonna call a timeout?
Yes. Norman is about to. He was signaling the bench. They is more stable actually. 128-17.
May 3-point shot ang basketball, kaya ang mabilis. Kami kami penalty early this quarter.
Ball will be kept by Indonesia.
That's a good plan. Without fouling, because we do not want to foul this guy no matter what.
He's been shooting better than free throw.
Yes and miss.
watch Xavier here. He might be the recipient, but there's a lot of time on the Indonesian shot clock, 15.
Look at where Boric is defending because that's the number one rule. Defend the basket. Yung mga back at yan. Tulad ng lead ko sa ano, nahuli na si Era. Tatawagan ng foul si Papi Ray Fox and that's free throw shot.
Shake is in referee by foul. Offensive foul.
Kaya natin. Oh, they called the foul in us. I saw the signal of Bobby.
Oh, he can. Lead is down to 6.
We are folding up and that's why that timeout has to be called. The guys are playing too much with the game rather than the game itself.
That's a good point. Well said, Dr. J. 1:13 to go. I'm on 10. Will allow the Philippines to run now. High of 14, it's down to 6. That is the
Hindi pala ano
not
yun.
the wits, huh?
Parang ano
It was a
naman.
technical.
Free throw na.
Oh.
Free throw na naman.
Xavier looking for it. Ball will stay there, though.
Yeah, that's just a two-possession game with a minute and 13 seconds left.
And keep in mind the Indonesians have a 3-point shot. Inbound. Xavier will try to hustle his way again.
They help us to come.
Yes, he scores.
He didn't come.
He has 22.
He hasn't scored for a while, but again, he allowed them just to get the ball all the way there. They have made a big comeback. That 12-point lead, 14-point lead is gone. It's only 4 right now. That's a foul.
That's a foul.
And then not getting in
Just the third.
yeah. Isa pa. Kung di natawagan yun, backing pa yan.
Oh,
Mga
yun.
backing pa tayo. Pumunta pa yung paan mo sa likod.
Kimipan bowling dito.
Watch this. Mapupunta o yun. Nice step. Kung di tinawagan ng foul yun, mga backing pa tayo.
Less than a minute.
Give it up. Oops.
Lost. Regain.
Ako, bounce here na. Grade 2 tayo dito. Grade 2 yan. We have not gotten the calls here in the end game. There's a clear push from Bobby Ray Parks and there was no call. And let's see who did they call. Nag-iinag-uusap pa ito mga ito eh. Pero kasi pumalo rin si Aram after yung foul eh. Mga bata na referee pa. So kasi, they've been doing a good job but all of a sudden, medyo nagpapaya na sila ng tawagan eh.
Lumaylay yung laro eh.
There's the lead referee there. So the foul is called against it, it will mean free throw shots para sa atin. Kala niya, pumaul si Erap. Dahil nakita ko talagang pumaul si Erap pagkatapos ng foul nila eh.
Ito mas senior ito.
Ito, yung crew chief, it's clear that he's the crew chief. They're not yet in the penalty pala. So we do have a fresh 14-second shot clock. Some pictures in here.
Lalabas si Ravena.
Matthew right here. Because we might expect them to start fouling in a while. And you want good free throw shooters. Only 30 has missed. But 30 is 3 out of 4 from the free throw line.
To the final buzzer.
Yeah, very important. But we only have 10 seconds left for the shot.
While it starts his drive. Step back three. No. Ball is in the hands of Indonesia.
There's a foul. Wow, and an unsportsmanlike foul called against us. Holding again. Never gave up the ball. Stuck a 30-footer.
Some edgy, anxious moments here. Philippines not get out of it.
No, not only that, that's unsportsmanlike at tinawag na free throw siya plus possession.
Possession.
They'll review that. If that's the correct call. They call that a sportsmanlike foul. They may call that like foul. They may call a foul. They review yun. Parang kung ako lang may challenge na ngayon.
70-66 with 22 seconds remaining.
Ang tagal natin napako dito. Hey, look at this. He just stepped up, no place at all, you know. Ball never left his hand. Lonzo's waiting for that pass.
It looked like tinamaan ni Parks parang hindi rin.
Ang masama dyan, sumenyas ka agad ang ano yun, ang sportsmanlike
Kasi
foul.
dami.
Oo.
Nagkamuhol sila sa ilalim. Pero makukuha ng Indonesia yung bola rito eh. Yun o. He's able to escape pa nga. He seems to be falling on his own.
Well, let them make the decision.
This game going into extension.
Ay, sana pinakita sa atin inalis eh. Inalis eh, so we can see if we call them unsportsmanlike foul police. Kasi parang hindi conclusive, so we call them unsportsmanlike foul. Yeah, all of a sudden, nag-iba yung tawagan lahat. Anyways, kasalanan na rin natin yan, makabalik sila eh.
We did not manage the clock.
We need to stop playing.
Exactly.
We had some easy layups, yung passing na ball yun. Dahil namin tayo ng mga mentis o mga But anyway, the game is far from over. We still have, we have to make some free throws, and we still have to stop the game. Ito na yung crowd na makikita mo. Magagamit mo yung crowd. At saka out na si Bobby Ray Parks. Kasi ano na, out.
Has always had a good shot from the outside. Reguito with 8 points.
30, by the way, has been put back into the ball game.
Lead is 3. Indonesia will have possession after this.
Look at that comeback that they were down by 14. We were pushing with 4 minutes to go. And we have stopped scoring. We don't need any other bad calls made here against us anymore. Because remember, we've gotten into the penalty early here. So we don't want to foul. We don't want to retreat, just play.
Jamiro receiving. They're thinking 3 here. But they drive. They get out. They're boxed in. Yannick. Lost it. Shot violation.
Pinapakaw na ng coach nila kasi hindi nakatira. Ang ganda depensa ni Mazano, hindi siya kumagat sa game. Pero may pensi Jackie, pero hindi siya kumagat. Jackie.
At si Jackie, ilalabas niya talaga. Hindi niya ilalabas yun. Ina-drive niya eh.
Gusto niya mapunta sa free throw line. Kaya get a decent shot. Was good defense. Adams back there. Remember, we no longer have the services of Marcho, our best free throw shooters. So we gotta get the ball either to a Matthew Wright, maybe Bolick, you know. And then 30. Kaya si Ero magaling na mag-free throw yung pagkailangan. Ang problema, sino mag-i-inbound para sa atin is the pushing. Remember here, 7.2, we can throw it from the front court natin. Para medyo malayo, umaagaw man sila malayo. But we have to make a good inbound here and get the ball to the right guy. I'd like to get the ball to Nacho. I think he's a pretty good free throw shooter. Dahil wala na si Manu Ray. And then maybe you look at Bolick. Yun daw mga gusto natin makatanggap yan.
Undecided. Everything in this game except for what the result.
Well, time out ulit. They want Bolick to get the ball in the free throw line. Now you can put in another big man for rebounding purposes if we want that.
68, 7.3 seconds before we end this game. Miss.
Now we need a big man. We need somebody to rebound. You better put this in. Because we need at least a three point advantage.
substitution. 71-68, 7.3 remaining.
When we still gave them line. If we had put into, wala nang buhay. Mahirap mag-foul dito kasi bigla ka tawagan na ang sportsmanlike foul. Ano, tao eh. You know, you want to foul before the act shooting, pero baka bigla ka tawagan na ang sportsmanlike foul. Discussion pa rin.
That game, first half, Indonesia was in control. Philippines roaring back in the third and most of the fourth until the last 4 minutes of play.
Yeah, the series of bad decision making, turnovers, and then some questionable for us.
And Indonesia began to hit again.
Well, siyempre, bumuhaya pa ng loob. Well, you keep on going to the free throw line. Penalty sa Pilipinas. Eh. So, punta ka ng punta sa free throw line. This is what you call it. You can see that itong end game na ito, you know, this is the second time around on defense in a list in normal era. Because era has a tendency to shoot sometimes foul. And you don't want to do that. Here you just want to be able to follow your man and challenge properly. Now, if you give them a layup underneath the basket and they use some block, you give that to them. That's what you do. Once you're up by 3. The thing you don't want to do is give up and one or a 3-point shot.
And they will most likely foul when you get the ball back.
Yeah, it's okay. Advantage na din siya.
Inbound, Indonesia. Yaksa. Will they go for a 3? They're trying to set that up. The pass. The pass set up. The shot. No.
Ginawagan na ba?
No. I think we are out of time. There.
Kaya sumakay na yung ano.
I think we are out of time in the Philippines.
That was good defense. They just switched everything.